Hello, my name is Austin Gilly, and my fatherhood is on trial with AI. In the actual court process, after hearings in 2023, the judge ordered mom to tell the kids it was his order to require the kids to attend the visits, and he forbade anyone from telling the kids what went on in the hearing. This meant they had no way of knowing what was concluded or why. The judge ordered Saturday visits to begin August 12th, immediately after the hearing. 4 hours each Saturday, 1 to 5 p.m. I thought the door to my kids was finally opening and Dad was back. On the first Saturday, I removed the bedroom door like the therapist had recommended, and the children went into the master bathroom and closet and locked themselves in. They would not speak to me. They would not speak to my parents. And the next Saturday, I drove them about an hour away to Costco and on to my aunt's house to pick up eggs. They were silent the entire ride, and they would not respond when anyone associated with me tried to greet them. The Saturday after that, the same. They would text me what store to drive to, what snacks to grab, when they needed water. They just would not speak. On August 26th, I took them to an historic mansion site about 45 minutes away. My parents joined us, and their grandparents bought their admission. The children would not say thank you. I told them we would not leave until they did, and I messaged Mom to ask for her support. Instead, Mom called 911, and an officer came to confirm everyone was safe and took no action. The children still would not say thank you. We left, and the drive back was silent. My oldest did say thank you for bringing them back when she got out of the vehicle to go to her mom. I just said, "You're welcome." The guardian ad litem who testified in August withdrew on October 5th. She was leaving that type of work, a career decision not related to our case, as it was my understanding. I sent her a thank you letter the day she left. 3 weeks before, on September 14th, the court had formally appointed a new clinician, Trey Trotter, an LMFT, as the reunification therapist. The agreed order was 4 paragraphs: appoint her, grant her immunity, direct both parents to cooperate, and assign the cost to me. She began intake on September 22nd, the children's mother first, the next day the children. 4 days after that, me. Her model had 3 stages: assessment for 30 days, commitment and planning for the next 90, integration for 120 after that, then ongoing monitoring and evaluation. I told the new therapist from the beginning to do what was necessary. I would pay until I couldn't, and I would tell her when I ran out. She did 2-hour intakes with each of us, follow-up sessions, document review on a Sunday, 7.5 hours, phone calls with both of my attorneys and with the paralegal for the children's mother's attorney, joint sessions between me and each child individually, 1 hour each, to go over her ground rules, but no discussion yet. At the start of the first session, I told my oldest I loved her. The therapist told me to stop telling my children that I loved them, and this would become a source of controversy for us. Between September 22nd and October 7th, her invoices totaled $8,476. I had to pay them by credit card. With invoice 1068 at $2,704 due that day, my credit card balance was $30,586.64 from all of the court expenses. Available credit left, 0. I was also still responsible for all marital debt too. Cash left, 0. I messaged the therapist's office on October 10th. I explained I could not pay. I offered $50 a month plus whatever else I could find. The reply was that all of the appointments were canceled. She would resume once the invoice was paid and once future appointments were paid in advance. On October 11th, I joined the already scheduled Zoom meeting and waited 15 minutes. No one appeared. The kids hadn't responded to my group chat messages since early September. Both channels I had to my children had gone dark. 6 days later, on October 17th, the children's mother wrote that she had spoken with her attorney and further visits would not be resuming until further correspondence from the therapist, who I could not pay. On October 20th, the therapist wrote a 6-section update letter to the judge, copied to both attorneys and to me. In the 3rd section, she wrote that one of my attorneys had been told this would be a long process, and that she had told the other she would have reached out for assistance with client control if the case had not stalled. The therapist, whose job was to bring me back to my children, was writing the judge about controlling me and making me pay. She claimed the court said I could pay, so my not paying was interfering with her process and not cooperating. On November 9th, we all appeared at the courthouse for the review hearing. The judge approved a gag order on the therapist's report and cleared the courtroom. There is no transcript of what happened next. What I know about what the judge said after coming back into public session comes from the notes I typed in my phone as I sat in the gallery. The judge said the case was difficult and heartbreaking. He said he had no explanation for why the kids were rejecting their father. Then he ordered my visitation with the children be restricted to only include visits conducted during reunification therapy, or when the therapist decided to allow for visits. We were ordered to mediation, and the request for a trial date was denied. The next review was set for February 8th, 2024. The door to my children slammed shut. On August 10th, the judge said the children could not veto these visits. 91 days later, the judge let the therapist do it for them. That was almost 3 years ago. I haven't had a visit with my children ever since, but I had to keep paying the therapist to keep trying.